Hola, you're watching Royal Vision TV with Aladdin, Prince of the Airwayz, and I got my man, my special guest. We been in DC, you know what I'm saying, riding through the city. He's on tour right now with Kid Cudi, none other than my man, Chip the Ripper.
What's going on,
Hey,
man? How you?
Good,
Thanks for
brother.
having me,
Yes,
man.
sir. Nah, man,
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you, man. So, you said your girl from DC?
Yeah. She from D. We met at it was a festival called Trelectro.
Oh yeah,
It was,
Electro.
yeah,
Okay.
It was about it's a while ago, but yeah, I've been coming through DC for years, man, just doing shows, and it's always love, man. Chocolate City, man.
Yeah,
you know?
man. You already know, man. It's always a vibe, man. So originally
Yeah.
you're from Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio,
Okay.
From east side of Cleveland.
Man, so you know that's home of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
You know,
we
what
from
I'm
the
saying?
same neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're from East 99th, and I lived
Yeah.
off East 120th,
Okay.
street called Thornhill. Yeah.
That's wild, man. So like growing up, was Bone always the inspiration?
Oh
or-
yeah, Bone was a huge inspiration to me, man. Like just knowing that they were from really close to me and they were doing things that were so mega.
Yeah.
It just really inspired me like crazy. Like they if they were one of, if not my biggest inspiration for sure. Yeah, Bone. Yep.
So other than Bone, like who'd you grow up listening to?
Man, just all the, the 90s rap, the hot 90s rap. Like
Yeah.
you got Nas, Jay-Z, then you swing it to the South with Master P and them, and the West Coast, Snoop Dogg. I mean, really, I listen to, a lot of New York, I listen to a lot of rap. I used to listen to Ludacris a lot too. Man, just so much, man.
Right,
So
right.
I'm like a medley of all them rappers.
I love that. So, with so many different styles and genres that you listen to, you know what I'm saying? How did that help cultivate your sound?
I mean, it just gave me a little direction as to how I want to tell my story, Like it gave me a better canvas to paint on. So, just kind of being a fan first, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, it was the first time I heard rap was Will Smith on Fresh Prince
Okay.
of Bel-Air. You know what I mean? That was the first time I ever heard rap music. And my uncle was like, yeah, that's rap.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, he can't sing, dude.
Yeah.
She was like, so I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Nah, that's dope. That's
You know
dope.
what I'm saying?
So when did you find yourself really stepping in the professional space and taking it serious as a career?
Well, my high school, I was popular for rapping, and one day I decided to record myself, like not one day, but I made like a project.
Yeah.
I made an album, I recorded it some in my friend's house and went and booked a studio for the first time ever.
Right. How old were you?
And I was in high school. I was about 17.
Okay.
Yeah, about 17. Yeah, so 16. I think I was about 16. And I came to school with 100 CDs that I burnt. I stayed up all night burning them on my dad's computer.
Okay.
And I was selling them for $3. It was 100 CDs, and I was walking to school with 100, and I left with no CDs and $300. I'm like, that was my first music business. You know what I mean?
That's
that
dope.
was my first piece of business, first time making money off, so.
That's fire, you know what I'm saying?
11th grade.
Okay. So did you have anybody that, you know what I'm saying, that you looked up to in the business world that kind of taught you, all right, this is what you need to do to succeed?
Yeah, I mean, I watch guys you got your Dame Dash and you got Hov and Master P, and I didn't really know too many behind the scenes people at that time.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, just kind of just being inspired by their way of thinking. And I would just really, a lot of stuff I just had to learn on my own.
Right.
Just trial and error, But yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. And I hear you real big on the ownership thing. You know what I'm saying?
man.
I think that's amazing, man, because, a lot of people get in this game and don't understand that it is a business first.
Right.
So, for those that are watching right now, talk about, just ownership for you and why that's important.
Yeah, I mean, you wanna own as much as you can of what you're doing. Now, sometimes you may have to leverage it to succeed,
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you can hold as much as you can, that's the best bet, because when the smoke clear, You gotta be able to still have something.
Right.
You know, so. And then when you want to pass something down, and, you know, your kid, you want to create generational wealth and all of that kind of thing.
Right.
So you want to hold on to your assets.
Right.
Music ain't no different than a house. It's property.
Right.
It's just intellectual. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you got real estate property, but yeah, you know, whatever assets you have, you want to hold them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I figured that out. I didn't know it right away, but I learned it. But
Okay.
I never got rid of my stuff. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope. So speaking of, you know, legacies and passing things down, you're a proud father.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Baby boy.
Yep, little
Okay.
Cash. Yep.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
Yep,
You
little
know,
Cash, sixth grader.
how do you balance, you know what I'm saying, being an artist and being a dad?
Ah man, you do it like one day at a time, man. Like really,
Right,
it's not.
right.
It ain't even really a cheat code for it,
Right.
man. It's like one day at a time, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Nah,
know?
that's dope. That's dope. So I know you just you put out the experience on YouTube. You got
Right.
the King Experience.
Right.
You know, I saw you did a piece about your mom.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a
Yeah,
little bit?
yeah. We went down and I just kind of like wanted to capture just moments, you know, in my life, and that was just I was coming from my mother's funeral to do a big huge show at Governor's Ball, so I just kind of showed the spectrum, you know what I mean, like going from from a funeral to a party, like to a festival, you know what I mean, so, and just remaining myself through it all, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I lost my dad about 5 years ago, so I know there's nothing that loss of a parent, but like condolences. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You know, how did you work through that transition? Because it's not easy going from a place where not necessarily mourning, but you know what I'm saying, like burying your mom to then having to turn it on and then be in front of a crowd.
Yeah,
You know,
it was. I mean, my mother, she was just positive. She was always a positive person, and we always had a great relationship. So it was, you know, it wasn't anything to be too, you know, too messed up about.
Right.
And I think a lot of times we have strength. You know, the things we go through just strengthen us.
Right.
You know, and you know, you're just able to just kind of get through it. Yeah, but yeah, my mom, she was just always positive, so that's where I get it from.
Nice.
You
I
know
love
what I
that.
mean?
I know she was a big fan of you.
Oh
what you were
yeah,
doing.
One of her favorite songs is the one me and Cudi do. It's called "Just What I Am." That was like her favorite song from mine, because I'm talking to God in the song. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So she liked that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's amazing, man. Well, I know Mom's is looking over you, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of
Yeah,
Cudi, you on tour with him right
most
now,
definitely,
you know?
most definitely.
Man, talk a little bit about how that relationship started and how we got here to this tour.
Oh yeah, well, you know, me and Scott go way back. You know, we got a lot of music together. We friends.
Right.
Actually, his mother was my music teacher before we met when I was in middle school. Yeah, so I was, you know what I mean. I was
crazy.
I was in the, you know, I was a part of the family, kind of
Yeah.
like, so to speak, before we even met. You know, just because she was just such a mother figure to me at the school. She was just like, that was Miss Mescudi. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like she was just like the mom kind of to us.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, man. And then, you know, later on we end up meeting through some mutual friends, and you know, the rest is history, man.
Yeah.
Just start creating and living life, having fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how's the tour been so far? You know what I'm saying? How many cities y'all already hit?
It's dope. I think we on our like 12th or 13th city so
Okay.
far right now. It's a really good tour, and I think that this is one of the more smooth tours, just because we got so much experience on, you know, just moving around.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part of being on tour is everything off the stage. That's really where the real work come in. Getting on stage is easy.
Right.
That
And when you say off the stage, what do you mean as far as like?
just moving around.
Yeah,
Just, you know what I mean? Like my first tour, I lost so much stuff. Like I lost
The
I
packing,
lost
right?
everything.
You know,
I didn't know how to
in the
pack. I didn't know to pack light. I got
Right,
these
right.
3 big suitcases.
Right.
And you know, it was just, I learned a lot on, you
Yeah.
know, when I toured for the first time. But yeah, now we just at a point where it's just like it's a breeze.
Yeah. Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
How many cities y'all hitting on this one?
I think we do 21 cities in America, and then we go do, because it's a world tour.
Yeah,
So
okay.
so we going to Japan right after Cleveland, and then I know we got Brussels, Amsterdam, London, Paris, Italy, Milan.
Okay.
I might be missing one, but yeah.
Is there a city
Berlin,
or
I
a
think.
country that you really looking forward to hitting that you haven't hit yet?
I never been to Japan, so
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm looking forward to checking that out. I got a couple buddies of mine that go there all the time. I think they were actually born there, but yeah, I'm interested to see what it's like. 'Cause all I get is good, people saying good things about Japan. So
Nice.
yeah, man.
Japan, he coming to a town near you real soon, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no
But
doubt.
while you on the road, do you still work on music as well?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah. I got a little travel
Okay.
set up. I
Okay.
got the laptop with the mic and this and that, and it's just to get some ideas down. Sometimes you
Yeah.
even can keep it if it sounds good enough, but
Right.
it's just to get the vibe down. So when you go into the real studio, you just know what to do.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
really, you find that you find more inspiration on the road, or do you feel like sometimes you just need to sit down and reflect on everything?
I mean, it's a lot of I get a lot of inspiration on the road. Yeah. I mean, really just life, man. Just living, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Living is just. I think that's the best inspiration.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Now, since we talking about living, right, we're actually in National Suicide Month. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So there's so many people that's going through so much, and I say we haven't even really seen the effects of this
Right.
pandemic and how people are hurting mentally.
Right,
You know,
right.
just talk about your inspiration for life, and for those that may be watching, they're just like, yo, why should I be inspired to continue to live?
Man, you know what? I think for me, what gets me by is, it's my perspective, and sometimes I think we just hold on to things too tight, and I learned to kind of like keep my hand open,
Yeah.
so to speak. Like when you grip tight on a problem or you grip tight on something that you don't want to lose or whatever the case may be, you put so much energy and you almost like crush it.
Yeah.
So I try to loosen my grip with life, you know what I mean, and just kind of like just flow, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like sometimes things don't go the way they're supposed to go, or maybe whatever, we may go through a train, we may lose where we live, we may have to
Right.
live in our car, or we may lose a family member or have an illness that's just, I've had asthma my whole life, so sometimes I can't breathe, you know what I mean, like, and it's, but it starts in your mind, like everything, the body follows the mind, so when you adopt a positive outlook in a uplifting perspective on things, it really helps.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to work yourself up into some, like, I got a friend that he'll work himself up for a hypothetical situation. He'll get actually upset just thinking about the possibilities. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'll be have to like, yo, bro, it's actually
Relax,
nothing wrong
you
right
gotta
now.
relax.
Like, it's cool.
It ain't even
Just
a
gotta
scenario.
chill, man.
Nah,
Gotta
that's
chill.
dope. Some wise words from my man King Chip.
Most
So
definitely.
talking about rebranding and naming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chip the Ripper, now you King Chip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just talk about a little bit of that process as far as the different names.
Yeah, it was so, Chip the Ripper was a name given to me when I was I used to battle rap, like when I was a kid, a long time when I was in high school. I used to go to this one place, and I just kept coming in there dominating, and they was like, yo, we gonna have to call you Chip the Ripper or something, because I was just going by Chip. I was just Chip, because my dad's name was Chip. I was Little Chip.
Okay.
So, and they was like, we gonna start calling you like Chip the Ripper or something, because this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then that's just how it kind of got birthed. And that was just my idea. I didn't have a rap name, so that was they gave me one, and I just went with that one.
Right.
And then, years later, I discovered a lot about not only myself, my family, and I just kind of stepped into a whole new light of like just being aware, like what they say, like woke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then at the time I was making a transition from Cleveland to LA, and then also at that time, me being from Cleveland, my friend LeBron, he went to Miami. So when he went to Miami, they was, the fans was like,
I don't know if y'all get the humble my friend LeBron, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Bronny. But yeah, man, he went to Miami, and the fans I kept seeing it all over. They're like, man, we lost King James, but we still got King Chip. And that was the first time I ever seen King Chip. I'm like, that looked nice. I like that. And then just like I said, this time I learned a lot about my family. I tracked our lineage and discovered that we pre-colonial to America. We was already here.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of Black Indian tribes that my family come from.
Okay.
And it was so fascinating to me. There was a guy I read about. His name was King Blue, and like he got an amazing story on this soil, and it just inspired me to just look at. It made me respect America. It made me respect myself. It made me respect other people that look like me on a whole nother level, and it was powerful. So I'm like, I want everybody to feel like this. Yeah. So I'm gonna just be the example. So I put King Chip in the mix, and the first song I did as King Chip was Just What I Am with Cudi.
Okay.
And then I think the second one was me and Big Sean and Juicy J.
Yeah.
Where he just dropped that yesterday. His Detroit mixtape.
Yeah. Okay.
The first one, cause so he released that. But yeah, that was like my first music as King Chip.
That's
fire.
What I
mean? So came out swinging with King Chip. But I can't. You can't get rid of, once you birth something, you can't kill it. So I got two names. It's just what
absolutely.
It is. Like,
and then you see, you know what I'm saying, Diddy always, you got 5 million.
Diddy got like 10 names.
Yeah, right, you know what I'm saying? So you on your way, man.
Yes,
Just,
sir.
2 down, 5 million more to go. But man, you got this wonderful project, Bonfire out right now with Lex Luger. You know what I'm saying? How did that connection come about?
Man, Lex, man, shout out to Lex. He, we just, we had worked in the past, and we were just, one day we were talking like, man, we should drop a project, and we just started working. He would send me, because we didn't do it all together. Like most of the time we were apart, but he would just work on stuff and send it to me, and it would be like, we just banged the album out in probably a few months.
Okay.
And it was, I wanted to call it Bonfire just because I felt like we was in a time where we all just needed to come together. And that's what a bonfire is all about. Like, it's all about like fellowship and then, burning what's useless, you know what I mean? And burning the things that's gonna be, hindering our path, So, I feel like it was just like it was just time for a bonfire for because there was so much division. It was like, you had to, just everything that was going on was in that time, in that time frame with the whole shutdown and everything. So I'm like, nah, let's get up and get together, man, and burn it up.
Yeah, it's burn it up, man. That's exactly what he's doing right now. For those that want to check out the project, where can they find it at?
Oh yeah, it's everywhere. iTunes, Tidal. It's all streaming platforms.
All streaming platforms, man. Make sure you support outside of music, you know what I'm saying? I know you probably got some business moves cooking up. Anything that we need to be on the lookout for?
Yeah, man, I got I like tech.
Okay.
I'm into the tech space, and I'm into, just like, I like consulting. I like just connecting people, because I met so many people on my path that now me just introducing them is just like a business, it's like a company, just consulting, just putting people together. So I kind of
connecting the dots.
Yeah, I set up something like that. I don't run it, but I just kind of, you just make an Excel sheet of all your contacts, and then you whenever people need whatever, you
Yeah,
just like, oh yeah, I
yeah.
got, you know, and then you structure it as a business. So
That's fire.
that's a couple things I was able to do is like take a company public.
Okay.
Man, just so much little things that I don't actually do, but I just
Yeah,
connect.
but you're a part of it, you
Yeah,
know
I'm
what
a
I'm
part
saying?
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I learned. That's the most
Yeah,
important thing I
right,
learned. I didn't know anything
right.
about stock market,
Right.
but then I learned what the initial public offer was, and just kind of just watched it all.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But it was happening because of me.
Nah, and that's dope because, you know, I think everybody thinks they got to do it themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
the
no.
power of teamwork.
Yeah,
you
teamwork
know?
makes the dream work, man.
For
I
sure.
can't say that enough. Like I live by that.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work. I don't want 100% of nothing. I want 20%,
Yeah.
and then the other 80 is making that 20 more money than the 100 would have made me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. You know.
That's dope. That's
You know what I
dope.
mean?
Man, King Chip, I appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
brother.
Love,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? For those that may want to connect with you on the social media
Oh yeah.
platforms,
Oh yeah.
where can they find you at?
At King Chip, or you know, if you just hit kingchip.com, it's all there. You know, but yeah. King, it's at King Chip for Instagram, Twitter, and all of that. I'm still working on my TikTok game. You know,
I ain't got on there yet, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm slow. I'm slow.
Yeah.
I made an account, so I'm slowly getting with it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
man, yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, continue success, brother, and you already know anything you ever need, man.
Love,
I
man.
got you,
Love.
man.
Thank you for having me,
yes,
man.
sir,
DC,
man.
love y'all,
Yeah,
man.
man. My man King Chip with Aladdin, Prince of the Airways. Hola!
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.